Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Monotooi, coach of the Tampa Bay Lux Rays, and today I'm going up against PaullyMac in our first bracket game of Pokemon Draft World Cup. As you can see, looking at my team, I do not have Mega Heracross. That is because pretty much all of his team checks it. Like Sharpedo does like 50, it's the Mega Sharpedo by the way. We do not have the Mega First, we do have the Mega First Turn rule, but Paul decided to pick it up just because he thought it had a lot of potential, and I agree. Mega Sharpedo still is pretty scary, and it absolutely destroys my team, which we'll get into in a little bit. He has Salamence, which I do have my check to in Clefable, but other than that, it's scary. Blaziken, Jirachi is a serious problem. And then I forget what he didn't bring. Yeah, I don't remember what it was that he did not bring, but either way, like, his team is just scary as hell to me. I decided to actually leave Mega Heracross on the bench just because he has things like Salamence that can run like HP Flying or just threaten me immediately. I can't kill it with Rock Blast, but he's somewhat bulky with Intimidate. Togekiss outspeeds me, kills me. Blaziken outspeeds me, kills me. Jirachi outspeeds me, kills me. Yeah, I think you get the picture. It just did not have a great matchup this game, and I decided to leave it on the bench. The team I have here is a, forget what type of Clefable. Oh, this fully physically defensive Clefable meant to check the Mega Sharpedo because it's my only sort of switch into this thing. Like, physically defensive Seismitoad is possibly 2 KO'd by Crunch. And even then, like, it switches into Crunch once, and then it's gone, and then this thing could easily be running HP Grass anyway. Gengar doesn't live the hit from it, it dies. Gliscor can die from it, Houndoom dies. Cloyster sort of lives, but like can't do much to it back. Don't even talk to me about Jirachi. Like, Grass move, Psychic move, Icy Wind, Fighting move, and getting whittled by rocks, Thunderbolt, Steel move. Let's get into this game. He is going to lead with his Blaziken, as I'm going to lead with my Seismitoad trying to get the rocks. I'm going to switch out expecting the Grass move, particularly Hidden Power Grass, as he's going to reveal the Power Herb Solar Beam, and that's kind of funny, but didn't end up working. And now I know that my Seismitoad is the counter, although this is actually a Rain Dance Seismitoad. I didn't go over the team great. Physically defensive Clefable, Rain Dance, offensive Life Orb Seismitoad, Life Orb Gengar, standard Life Orb Gengar. I believe this is specially defensive Gliscor. This is Black Glass's Houndoom, and a White Herb Shell Smashing Cloyster, which actually can sweep him once I get rid of Vacuum Waving this thing, and once I weaken the Jirachi a little bit, because I am running Hydro Pump, so I can hit it with a Hydro Pump at +2 and do a lot of damage. But as you can see here, I'm actually going to go for the Soft Boiled on this thing. I didn't think he would stay in, because I could have easily Thunder Waved it. I expected to switch out in the Piloswine, but that is obviously not what he did. Here, I believe I pull the switch out into my Seismitoad, predicting the Piloswine this time, and I should have gone for the Rain Dance here. It would have been really nice, but I decided to go for the Life Orb Hydro Pump. It's unable to knock him out, and he's able to get up his Stealth Rock. And here, predicting him to stay in and stack his Piloswine, I go for the Earth Power as he goes out into Togekiss, which is a little unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world. He is then going to pull a double into his Jirachi as I go into Gliscor, which is okay, because I am specially defensive. I can take an Icy Wind relatively well. He's going to go for it, and I'm going to follow up with the Stealth Rock. Should have gone for Earthquake, should have attacked this gigantic threat to me, but I did not. I went for the Stealth Rock to try and weaken the Togekiss coming in, as well as the Salamence. And here, Flash Cannon doesn't kill me. So I'm thinking, okay, he's going to go for another Icy Wind, so I'm going to pivot out into my Clefable, or Flash Cannon or Iron Head doesn't kill me. I assume Flash Cannon because he's special at this. It looks like he's special. I feel like he's going to go for the Icy Wind again. I don't want to go Seismitoad because he could easily have Grass Knot or Energy Ball. Can't really switch into anything safely. So I'm going to go out into my Clefable, expecting the Icy Wind, and then I'm going to pull a switch out into my Houndoom on the Steel move, be able to take it, and then fire off a very powerful Dark Pulse. So I'm going to go out into my Clefable, should be tanking the Icy Wind very well. Now he just goes right for Flash Cannon, and now my only switch into Mega Sharpedo is dead, because I can't switch anything into this thing. I cannot switch into Flash Cannons very well with this team, particularly because, like I said, if it has Grass Knot or Energy Ball, that's not a switch in, that's not a switch in, nothing's a switch in, everything's bad. So I'm going to go out into my Gengar trying to kill it, but he's Seed Berry, he's going to live, and then I'm going to die to the Psychic, and this is not going great for me. But I do have a Houndoom, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna switch. I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse, just get a lot of damage off on anything. Could have gone for Pursuit, but I didn't know if he outsped me or not. Gonna go for the Dark Pulse as he switches into Sharpedo. That is resisted, but that does a lot of damage. But at this point, I also can't switch anything into this, and I'm gonna die to Aqua Jet. So I expected to have speed, but no. Yeah, just died to Aqua Jet. And I'm gonna want a Seismitoad. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna live a hit, knock him out. No. But I'm like, alright, you know what? Cloyster can win. I'm gonna live the crunch. I'm gonna go for Shell Smash. And then I'm gonna make the dumbest play in human history and go for Ice Shard for no apparent reason, which does absolutely nothing. Jesus Christ, Cloyster. And he's gonna die, and then I'm gonna go, this wasn't the best, this wasn't the finest. Yeah, so I was actually, at first I was like really pissed that I made that Ice Shard misplay, because I definitely, because I felt like I actually could have slept him. Everything was in range of my Cloyster at that point, and I was really convinced he'd go for Aqua Jet for some reason. I don't know why. It was a terrible play on my part. I would not have won that game because he could have gone out into his Blaziken and clicked Vacuum Wave and knocked me out anyway. So I would have lost 5-0 instead of 6-0, but at first I was really annoyed because I thought I actually just swept the rest of his team, but that is not the case. I'm gonna blame this loss heavily on the matchup. Like, I never want to say that because I feel like losing to matchup, quote-unquote, is oftentimes, like, an excuse for not prepping well, but, like, look at my team and then look at Mega Sharpedo. Like, if I brought physically defensive Seismitoad instead of offensive, it just, like, it switches into Crunch once and then it can't switch in ever again. I could've, like, the pivot into Clefable, like, yeah, that definitely could've been done a little bit better, but also, like, I had to sack him on regardless to the Jirachi, and I had to, like, I guess I could've gone Houndoom, but, like, I also didn't want to switch Houndoom onto a powerful, like, Steel Attack or something like that. Or even an Icy Wind, really, because after he goes for Icy Wind, he slows me down, he outspeeds me, and then he can hit me with a move and possibly knock me out if he has, like, Drain Punch or something like that. So it just, I'm gonna heavily blame the matchup there, because, like, also I had Mega Heracross kind of for the Mega Sharpedo, but, like, look at his team, and then look at Mega Heracross, and, like, it doesn't go well. Other than that, I don't know what else I could have done differently. Like, yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. I definitely played, and, like, I could have played better and not had this be a 6, though. Like, that's definitely on me. Like, this didn't have to be this bad. But it is what it is. You know, in typical American fashion, the best way to show off your patriotism is another member of Team USA absolutely kills and disrespects another member of USA. And if that's not a very good representation of the country right now, I don't know what else is. So I wish Paul the best of luck going into his future matchups. I believe he has to go on against Schady next, so I'm definitely going to be rooting for him and Team USA as the games play out. So good luck, Paul. I'm glad you kind of showed that Mega Sharpedo is pretty good, even without the rule. Like, it's still pretty scary. So thank you, and thanks for watching. I'm going to try and do better in future games because this did not go well. And I will see you next time.